Welcome back to No Culture Fit, the podcast for people who challenge the system, not serve it. I am Julian, your host for today. Today's episode, Culture Fit is just a nice way to say, stay small. Let's break the illusion. Culture Fit sounds progressive, right? Human, empathetic. But under the surface, it's a polished excuse for something more dangerous. Conformity, control, comfort. In most companies, culture fit doesn't mean shared values. It means don't disrupt us. Don't question the structure. Don't make anyone uncomfortable. Don't bring energy that's too strong, too real, or too independent. And guess who created and enforces that filter? HR, the gatekeepers of team harmony, and ironically, one of the most unaccountable departments in the modern workplace. Let's talk about that. HR is one of the only functions in a company that's not judged by performance, not by revenue, not by innovation, not by outcomes. They're measured by risk mitigation, employee sentiment, policy compliance, which, let's be honest, often just means don't let anything go wrong, don't make anyone loud, keep things smooth. So how do they survive? They build systems to justify themselves. Endless policies, checklists, and frameworks that slow down builders and frustrate real leaders. And the one tool they love most? Culture fit. It's vague, it is unprovable, and it gives them the power to say, sorry, they weren't aligned. Even when the candidate was the sharpest in the room. I've seen it happen again and again. Founders looking for growth, HR screens for comfort. Managers desperate for talent, HR filters out people who don't fit our tone. What does that mean? They had edge, they had presence, they had a mind of their own. The exact traits that actually build companies, not just manage them. HR's job should be about enabling people to perform, not protecting systems from disruption. But when your only metric is keeping things smooth, anyone who creates waves looks like a threat. That's why HR loves docile personalities. Low risk, low conflict, easy to manage. That's why independent thinkers rarely survive the hiring pipeline. They're a liability to a system that fears being questioned. And here's the punchline. Most HR teams aren't evil. They're just doing what their incentives reward. And that's the problem. If you're never measured by results, but only by how little went wrong, you'll build a department that rewards caution over courage, sameness over strength. So what do? If you're hiring, stop asking if someone fits the culture. Ask if they'll challenge it in a way that helps it grow. If you're building a team, hire for tension, not peace. And if you've ever been passed over for being too much, maybe you were just too real for a system built to stay small. Thanks for listening to No Culture Fit. If this episode hit home, share it with someone who's been filtered out for being too bold. Subscribe for more unapologetic episodes every week. And remember, strong teams aren't built through sameness, they're built through sparks.